let's talk about Mr. Chishimba Kambwili's tribal remarks, because he is back and he is filled with energy. He is back talking about tribalism and basically getting to use the same formula that really got them ejected out of power. So does the Patriotic Front ever get to learn? Do they even know why the people of Zambia rejected them? Because it seems they are basically not really learning anything. And basically this is a very common trait with us Zambians. We never get to reflect. We never ever get to understand and kupishamo pen. We just do things like we are being like we've been bewitched, if you know what I mean. So if you take a look at, or rather listen to what was happening a few hours ago with regards to Dr. Chishimba Kambwili, because he's on he's campaigning right now and he's got the same rhetoric. So anyway, let's listen to this. And I'm sure by now a lot of Zambians are fed up of this tribe or that, and all these cheap propaganda type of tactics. So let's listen to him on his campaign trail.
Abanensi ba church abanzathu abahahaha uko bafuma ba church kwamena atokera kumena ukanyikuti uko ifyo bavotele mena votera na imwefe mufiri okuvota na imafuni kuvota chimodzimodzi kodi akumwaboko ba church bafuma kuja kumena atoka church kuja MP wa ba church akwete 49,000 votes. Anataka 49,000 votes. Waba etika lungu ba PF akwete 250. Anataka 250. Nomba imwe kulia ngabami pela 250. Atampesa chishi mukala bapela la mavote ayi. Kalaji kwepesa mavote mbili kuno. Filafine bavota kulia. Mwana vota la kwao. Efyo tulefua kumona muna mukaumbwe. Mukabala ngati. Baendi kalungu bakuno. Kalungu ni bakuno. Lafine muvotela bakumyenu. Muvotela kwanu kwa tonga. Na imwefa tuwana votelo wakumwisi. Muvota chimozi kuno.
There you have it. So same situation, same narrative, nothing has changed. So to me, I really wonder, do these people ever know how to read the room, or rather the temperature of the room? Because clearly this wasn't working for them. And if you hear their sort of strategies, right, they don't even have any basic sort of issues that they are attacking. So it's basically the same type of propaganda, privatization, this tribal, this particular region voted for, this particular candidate with such a huge margin, and it just keeps on, it becomes irritating at this particular moment. But if they feel they are going to win and do a better a better job with regards to converting that speech into votes, I don't really know what they're thinking, because clearly it didn't work for them. And at this particular moment, they are probably in a worse situation because they've lost power. So obviously getting to stick to the same things, I mean, like, when do you learn? But anyway, maybe the people of Zambia this time around are probably going to fall for it, because they say that if you keep on repeating the same lies, right, it eventually sounds like the truth. So maybe if he continues in this particular path, he's going to get us different results. But to me, I mean, it's just funny at this particular moment. So anyway, moving on, we are going to be talking about Mr. Davies Mwila and his speech that he had like way back in the day. So this is obviously coming from the archives when he was in Kavwe, and what was basically happening as far as the markets, bus stations, and all these things. So let's listen to him, then we'll have a conversation a little bit later.
No, mwaya ku newspaper bale munafete abata bwachire bwangu bantu uyu ntu wangulube na meya nishite kibeka libepa mwaita ikana pamoja na nani.
The Patriotic Front Secretary General Davies Mwila mocks PF members in Kabwe, accusing them of being lazy. The Secretary General also admonished PF members in Kabwe for allowing UPND members to have trading space in the markets. He further wondered why his members had failed to take charge of the running of all bus stations when the PF members had taken over all the bus stations in Lusaka.
We are in government and we have to be in control. Yes. My point is, take a change to Rio. Take a change to how? Are we in change? No.
He also scorned former Central Province Minister David Sopa for having failed to wound UPND members operating outside Shoprite checkers.
How can you allow UPND to run for Shoprite?
Mwila also urged the PF-controlled council to be reserving land for cadres each time they are advertised for plots.
I'm approaching 500. 500. When my councillors ni momu kwetiama. Wewe chawe tuachati advertise 500. Mwafuni hapo na 200. Au kwa chama. 200 mwafuni hapo, 300 mwatwara na kuchintu wingi. And 200 mwaka nyamona wa watu chama na wale.
Mr. Mwila made these remarks when he addressed PF members in Kabwe at Hindu Hall. The SG also wondered why PF members in Kabwe have been behaving as if they are not the one in power. Oscar Piri, reporting for Movie TV News in Kabwe.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So if that isn't evidence, then I don't know what that is. So basically he was advising the PF cadres at that particular time to sort of take control and be in charge of markets, bus stations, and all these respective sources of income as far as government revenue collection is concerned. So to me, that is clear. It's evident, or rather evidence enough to sort of show what was happening during the Patriotic Front tenure, because we obviously witnessed a lot of different city councils run out of money. The council workers weren't being paid on time because the money was being diverted to the PF cadres. And if you look at all the council workers who were affected due to the fact that the PF cadres were rather in control of getting the revenue that was meant for the Zambian government, right? A lot of different council workers obviously suffered a lot. A lot of marriages were broken, people couldn't provide for their families, and bad situations obviously happened. And you clearly heard him saying, if you've got 500 plots, 200 of them, give them to PF cadres and your people. So it was all about them and less about Zambians and the citizens, and just getting to do what is right. So it was all about them. And this is one of the reasons why I am so thankful and I'm so happy to be alive in this particular new dawn revolution, because we are having a president who clearly states and says, look, cadreism and cadres taking over revenue collection, which is meant for the government of the Republic of Zambia, which is also going to play a key role as far as increasing Zambia's GDP is concerned, right? Let's not do that. Let's leave tax collection for the tax collector, the authentic tax people, if you know what I mean. All this revenue collection is supposed to be done by dedicated specific people who are who've got the right to do so, instead of diverting all those funds to different cadres. So this was basically how the PF was running things. And I know, getting to say these things is obviously something which is taboo. A lot of you might be saying, why is he talking about this? Doesn't he know? Yes, we understand at this particular moment, right? The Patriotic Front members are very strong at this particular moment. They still have a lot of money. They are still having like 68 members in parliament. So they are the strongest contenders. They are the strongest opposition right now at this particular moment. But sometimes we just have to call a spade so that we can actually get to learn